Welcome to Autopsy of a Bad Line. Stay tuned till the end of the video for a sneak peek of the next bad line I intend to dissect. George Lucas's Star Wars is considered to be one of the greatest franchises of all time. The original Star Wars trilogy, made in the late 1970s and 80s, set the galaxy on fire with its phenomenal storytelling, superb acting, and then state-of-the-art special effects. Its legacy endured for decades, leading ultimately to the creation of the prequel trilogy in the late 90s and 2000s. While the prequel trilogy has a prolific fan base, and for good reason, it definitely was not on par with the original trilogy, particularly in its writing and acting. Much of the dialogue just adds to the awkwardness of the films, such as the following line from Anakin to Padme that has been mocked across the internet.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth.
Now, the first thing I need to point out about this line is that it sometimes gets misquoted as Anakin saying, "not like you," thus calling Padme soft and smooth. This is incorrect. He very clearly says here, meaning the place they're at now. I imagine the misunderstanding stems from the fact that immediately after this line, Anakin caresses Padme's skin and kisses her, but it's still a misquote. The second point I need to make is that to fully understand this line, you have to consider its overall context. Padme has just been describing how she used to come here to relax and would lie on the sand and listen to birds sing. To her, sand represents leisure and pleasantry. But for Anakin, who grew up as a slave on a desert planet, sand represents the harshness and toil of his former life. This isn't him just randomly bashing on sand for the sake of a pickup line. It's actually him comparing his grueling upbringing with Padme's luxurious one. Unfortunately, that fact isn't highlighted because instead of expounding on it, we have Anakin moving in to steal a kiss without another word on the subject. So the potential for them to compare and contrast their backgrounds and develop their bond more naturally is lost. Finally, there's Hayden Christensen's delivery. Apparently, Lucas told Christensen to deliver his lines in this film like a whiny teenager, and if that's the case, Christensen has my heartfelt sympathy. The line sounds oddly casual, as if he's trying to act nonchalant to cover up nerves. Given that he's referring to the hard life he experienced as a slave, you'd think he would sound at least a bit darker in tone about the negative connotation that sand has for him, while providing a compelling contrast when he describes the softness of the scene currently around him. Of course, the fact that this line goes nowhere means that fixing the delivery only does so much good. You really need a fuller conversation between these two to make this work. In that fuller context, the line would be perfectly serviceable, but isolated like this, it just feels awkward. So that's it. Thanks for watching. God bless. Next time on Autopsy of a Bad Line.
It's time we show the Fire Nation that we believe in our beliefs as much as they believe in theirs.